Congratulations on your inductions tonight. Great to be here with you. Well, this is quite an honor. One I certainly wasn't expecting, but I'd like to thank my friend and fellow KAB Hall of Famer Kent Cornish for the nomination. And thank you very much. And thanks to the KAB Board of Directors for the induction. This is something very special. Broadcasters do a great job, and the KAB does as well. And I was on the Board of Directors from 2014 to 2017 and shared in the year 2017. I grew up in Montana most of my younger years, but caught the broadcast bug in Canada as my parents, we were living in Montana. I was 12 years old, and my dad purchased a farm in Saskatchewan. So the family was moving, not only out of town, but to a different country. And it was quite a shock. I didn't know what a Chesterfield was. Parked the car in the garage. And my dad said, "You're going to play hockey." Well, one key thing playing hockey is you need to know how to skate. And as a 12-year-old, I was 12 years behind every other kid in Climax, Saskatchewan. And I do recall the first game that the coach sent me out to play, I fell down 3 times before they dropped the puck. My dad left. But I caught the broadcast bug, spending many hours on the tractor. We had a 3,000-acre spring wheat farm, and I was listening constantly to Top 40 radio, the Super 8 on a CHAB, Moose Jaw. And there was not one person in this world that has heard Barry Manilow's Copacabana more than I have that year in 1975, over and over and over again. But that's where the radio bug was caught, hours of listening to Top 40 radio, and then going to broadcast school in Montana, and then getting a great job right out of school for Click 15 in Laurel, Montana. And the program director took another job 2 weeks after I started, and he left his play-by-play job, and it fell in my lap. And the rest is history. I wanted to be a play-by-play guy, but still do a little bit of that. But I would not be here today without some very fine ownership at our radio stations in Emporia. Steve and Earl Sauter purchased the stations in the late 1980s, and they wanted to make sure that we were servants to the community. And we have taken that and run with it. Steve Sauter, rest in peace, passed away earlier this year and became a great broadcaster in his own rights. He was a talk show host, did play-by-play, commentary, so he was very hands-on. But he kind of led the way in what we do, being live and local. And that's what is most important to us, along with advertising and helping out local businesses. But Steve was very active and led the way. And that's what we do. We serve the community the best we possibly can. We try to be innovative. I will let you know that something we started about 12 years ago was our live video streaming, Rich, of the county spelling bee, which was great theater. Awesome. You know, we had the kids mic'd, the judges mic'd, definitions, so we had it going on, and it was very popular. Great theater on the radio and video too. Parents and grandparents from out of town could listen, and we did this for 12 years, and 2 years ago, the Scripps people banned us from broadcasting the spelling bee, because apparently all the counties in Kansas used the same pool of words during that first round. And they thought there could maybe be some cheating going on. So they said, no, you are not going to. Can you believe this? This is a county spelling bee. But they won't budge, and we're still on the outside looking in with the spelling bee. We're still trying to get that taken care of. But we have a great group of people with us here tonight. Chuck Samples is here. Chuck has been my morning partner for 20 years.
23.
23.
Yep.
Chuck and I do the mornings, still do. And Chuck is saying, wrap this up, we got to get home. We're on the air tomorrow morning.
You got all the time you need.
But I think we've been on the air one time or another, virtually every hour of every day. But Chuck's been great here with his wife, Jenny. My good friends, Gary and Tina Burgess are here. The Souter family, PJ, Brady, Jamie, thanks for being here tonight. Along with 17th District State Senator Mike Argabright is with us here this evening too. And also our company president and Emporia's mayor, Aaron Harder, is with us here this evening. It's been a great run, but I would not be here without my wife of 36 years, LaDonna. Thank you, love you. And I would not be in Emporia if not for a circumstance. I've been in radio in Montana, South Dakota, Wyoming, Iowa, had a stint in Wisconsin, but we were working in Elkader, Iowa, and Les Tuttle, who you saw up here, was GMing, and we had given our 2 weeks notice to the owner because we had taken and accepted positions in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Now my wife forged ahead and found us a living place in Eau Claire. So our apartments in Elkader, we got rid of the oven, got rid of the fridge, got rid of a lot of stuff, and the job fell through. So there we were in winter, in Iowa, with no stove, no fridge, just an electric skillet, and we used the windowsill as a fridge and freezer for 1 month until I finally garnered the job in Emporia, and the rest is history. And we have worked with a lot of great people in Emporia throughout the years, all with the same concept. We've got to serve this community, we've got to be live, we've got to be local. We do all kinds of area high school play-by-play, and we can't thank all the legendary staffers of KBOE enough for all they have done over the years. They've been outstanding. And this is just a great industry. The landscape sure has changed, over the years, that is for sure, with the streaming. But I'll tell you what, if we aren't there to get that information out and to serve the community and the people that live in and around where we're working, it's just not going to work. So this is a great honor. And again, thanks to the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and all the fine work that you do. We appreciate that. And thank you very much for this wonderful honor. Thanks.